Give you some examples a little bit. If they end in 5 or 0, divide top and bottom by 5. And the third rule is if they end in 0, reduce 0 for 0. And I'll do that lastly, okay? So let's talk about even numbers. So we'll try an even number here. We got 2 and 14. If the numbers are even, which 2 and 14 are even, you always divide top and bottom by 2, unless you know your multiplication table. So I'll divide top and bottom by 2. And 2 divided by 2 is 1. And 14 divided by 2 is 7. So the final reduced answer is 1/7. Okay? Let's try another one. 4 16. Okay. It is true that these two numbers are even, but the problem is, when you're done, you're going to have to keep on reducing unless you know your tables. I know offhand that 4 over 16, both of them can be divided by 4 to give an answer of 1/4, right? So I'll divide top and bottom by 4. And 4 divided by 4 is 1, and 16 divided by 4 is 1/4, okay? So that's the final answer. But the rule says if they're even, you can also divide top and bottom by 2, but it takes some more steps. 4 divided by 2 is 2, and 16 divided by 2 is 8, but still even and still not reduced. So you divide top and bottom again by 2, and you're left with what? 2 divided by 2 is still 1/4. So they both are the same, but which one was faster? If I knew my tables, I would be a lot faster, correct? So the rules for reducing, if they're even, divide top and bottom by 2. Well, number one rule is know your tables. It makes it easier. And people say, well, how do you know what goes into what? Well, if you want to know what goes in what, you just take 4 and 16 and say, what are the numbers that make 4? 1 times 2 and 2 times 2, right? And what are the numbers that make 16? 4 times 4 and 2 times 8 and 1 times 16. What's the highest number they have in common? And the highest number they have in common is 4, right? They do have 2 in common. Well, that's how I got this divided by that to make that. 4 divided by 4 is 1, and 16 divided by 4 is 4. Okay, so those are for even numbers. Now, if they end in 5 or 0, you can divide top and bottom by 5. 5 divided by 5 is 1. 10 divided by 5 is 2. So the answer is 1/2. The rule says if the numbers end in 5 or 0, you can divide top and bottom by 5. 5 divided by 5 is 1, and 10 divided by 5 is 2. So the answer is 1/10, 1/2. Now, if I did 100 over 125, I always like thinking of quarters, and I think 4 quarters make $1, and $1.25 is 5 quarters, so the answer should be 1/4. Just thinking about quarters. Now, let's try this one. It's 100 over 125, and it says if they end in 5 or 0, divide top and bottom by 5. 100 divided by 5 is 20. In other words, 20 times 5 is 100. And 25 divided by 5 is 25. And again, they end in 5 or 0, so I divide top and bottom by 5. Top and bottom by 5. 20 divided by 5 is 4. And 25 divided by 5 is 5. So the answer is 4/5. Now, here I think of quarters, I would have done it this way. $1 and $1.25. I divided by 25 instead, and I left with 4 quarters. 25 times 4 is $1. Divide to get $1.25 is just 4/5. That's the way my mind thinks, okay? But either way, it's both the right answer. So these are some rules. All I did right now is if they're even, divide top and bottom by 2. If they end in 5 or 0, divide by 5. Later on, record again with more rules for reducing ending in 0, okay? Let's stop it there.